Game Trailers Game of the Year Awards 2006. Most disappointing.
Disappointment is a strange thing.
What are you doing?
When expectations are low, it's hard to be disconcerted when the final product underdelivers. But give us an ounce of hype, and suddenly the bar is raised and optimism clouds judgment. We really wanted to like every last nominee on this list, but ultimately, these built us up just to break us down.
And the nominees are Final Fantasy XII.
After umpteen years in development, we had high hopes that Final Fantasy XII would become the ultimate PlayStation 2 RPG. While it ultimately includes Square Enix's patented spit polish and tries some new things, the narrative is muddled and the characters are never fleshed out. Normally death knells for any other RPG. The Gambit system helps with a lot of the trivialities of the genre, but the character building lacks balance, making Final Fantasy XII fall short of what we'd hoped.
PlayStation 3.
Sony's new polygon crunching behemoth is finally on store shelves, and if you were lucky enough to find one, you're probably watching a thick layer of dust gather on top of your shiny black tower of technology. It's not that there aren't a lot of games, there are, it's just that you can play better versions of them on Microsoft's cheaper console. Resistance kept us pegged to our couches for a while, but the lack of quality exclusive games and graphics that have failed to deliver land the PlayStation 3 on this list.
Red Steel.
It was the first ever Wii game shown to the public, and therefore, it was almost inevitable that Red Steel would come up a little short. The mix of gunplay and sword slashing looks like a win-win on paper, but a jittery cursor and some clunky gesture recognition keeps this one from being the genre smasher it could be. Before the Wii's launch, we wanted to play this almost as much as Zelda, but now we realize the error of our ways.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's been a slow, sad decline for Sega's little blue marsupial since technology trudged into the world of polygons and textures, and Sonic the Hedgehog sends the series to rock bottom. A clunky camera, mundane mission objectives, and about as much interactivity as a rock are just the beginning of this game's problems. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Superman Returns.
Firmly in the loving bosom of EA, we had hoped that Superman Returns would finally break the curse of the Man of Steel, but alas, it's another example of lost opportunity. Why it's become so difficult to create a game about a character with inconceivable power is puzzling. And with the power the new consoles possess, the task should be all the easier. But the Man of Tomorrow will remain that way as we patiently wait for a video game that will do him justice.
And the winner is Sonic the Hedgehog.
It may be time for an intervention at the Sega camp, as this most prized property has turned into an eyesore. Sonic the Hedgehog is filled with puzzling design choices at every turn and is just flat out clunky to play. How can a game this fast be so boring? Sega has managed to find just about every way possible, and whoever decided that a blue hedgehog striking up a relationship with a human was a good idea probably should find a new line of work.